Today, let's start in our child's pose. We're going to start opening up those hips. So, coming to your mat, bring those knees out as wide as you like. I'll face this way. Bring those arms either long in front of you or down by your side. Forehead comes to the mat. Now let the body just go heavy here for a few breaths. Just start to settle into the space. Checking in with you and how your body feels on this lovely rainy day. All those areas that feel maybe just a little tight or a little tired. Send them some love in this moment. And let's start to deepen that breath a little here. Notice how it feels going in and out through your nostrils, touching your thighs. How does the breath make you feel? Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. So that one more time, deep breath in. And release. We'll start to rock those hips side to side for a moment in our child's pose, starting to wake the hips up. Maybe rocking that forehead side to side. Grounding those thoughts. We'll bring our arms back longer in front of us if you brought them by your side. Stopping this movement, we're going to lift up into a tabletop pose. So bringing those wrists under our shoulders, knees under the hips. Moving with that spine. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, curve the spine. Drop the belly, shine your heart. Exhale, navel the spine, crown of the head goes down. Start to move at your own pace. You'll ease the pace of your breath. Moving as fast or as slow as your body needs in this moment. Close the eyes, focus comes inward. If other movements start to call to you here, listen to that. Maybe you start to rock the hips side to side. Or maybe you circle them down to your heels. You can pull the hips forward, dropping into swan or upward facing dog. Maybe right side of the fingertips, spreading those shoulder blades a little further, angry cats. Or maybe you flip those fingers pointing towards you for a wrist and forearm stretch, or back to the hands to the mat. Maybe your body's calling for something I didn't call for, that's okay as well. This is your practice. Play and see what feels good. Let's take 2 more full rounds of breaths. And when you are finished with that second round, we are going to tuck those toes and come into a downward facing dog. Taking those feet a little wider here to start, maybe the width of your mat. You can also take a nice deep bend to those knees, belly comes to thighs, nice long spine. Or maybe you pedal those feet, straightening one leg at a time. Getting deeper into those hamstrings. Press those palms down, chest goes back to the thighs. 2 more breaths of your organic movements. Last one. Very nice. We are going to walk those feet until they're about hips width distance in our downward facing dog. Rock forward, shoulders over wrists. Bring the knees to a hover. Very nice. We're going to build some fire in our bodies here. Spine is long. Press those palms down. Picking that right heel up off the ground. Bottom of the foot faces towards the ceiling. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Drop that right foot down. Knee stays at a hover. Switch sides. Left leg lifts. Foot faces the ceiling. Glutes are engaged for 3, 2, 1. Drop the left foot. Lift the hips. Down dog. Take a deep breath. Let it go. One more deep breath. Let it go. Do that one more time. Slowly rock forward. Hover those knees over your mat. Press those palms down. Picking that right foot up. Engage those glutes. This time we're going to pulse up here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the right foot down. Switch sides. Left leg lifts and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees down to the floor. Press back to child's pose. Rest those arms for a moment. We'll take 3 deep breaths. Keeping that nice long spine. One more. Coming up through tabletop pose, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. I don't know if you guys can hear the thunder through my phone, but it's going pretty crazy over here. I like it. I'll look to the top of the mat. Come to those tiptoes and slowly start to tiptoe up to your wrist or as close as you can get. Hands are on the mat or on your shins. Press up to a half lift. Deep breath. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, belly to thighs. Press up, half lift, inhale. And fold, nice and fluid. We'll do that one more time. Half lift. And fold. Reverse swan dive up. Optional back bend at the top, engaging those glutes to protect your lower back. And exhale to fold all the way back down. Half lift. Place the hands on the mat, step back to plank. Option to drop those knees here for your modified plank. Core is engaged, squeeze those thighs, squeeze your glutes, take a breath. Lower chaturanga, hug those arms tight to your body. Press up to cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift the hips. We'll deep inhale. Let it go. Low to the top of the mat. Come to those tiptoes and slowly start to walk those feet up to your wrists. Press up, half lift. And fold. 2 more, inhale. And fold. Last one, nice and fluid. And fold. Reverse swan dive up. Optional back bend, opening your heart. Exhale, fold. Half lift. Place the hands on the mat, step back to plank or modified plank. Again, holding here. Press those palms down. Shoulder blades into your back. Deep breath. Lower chaturanga. Shine your heart. Inhale. Lift your hips. Exhale. Deep breath. Let go. Come to those tiptoes. Slowly walk forward, engaging your core up to your wrist. We have one more sun salutation. Press up, half lift. And fold. 2 more, half lift. Fold. Last one, half lift. And fold. Reverse swan dive up. Optional back bend. Exhale, fold, last time, half lift. Place the hands on the mat, step back to plank, hold here. Option to drop those knees. Deep breath. And lower chaturanga. Shine your heart, inhale. Lift your hips, exhale. Walk those hands towards your feet at the back of the mat. Finding a forward fold here, head is heavy. Half half lift. And fold. Walk those toes to touch if they're not already. We're gonna lift those arms, sit back into a chair pose. Very nice, so our tailbone is tucked. Notice if you're sticking that booty out. We want a nice long spine. Look down, can you see your toes? If not, sit a little further back. Arms are high or hands to heart center. 2 more breaths. 1 more inhale. Exhale, fold. Half lift. And fold. Place the hands on the mat. Walk forward to your downward facing dog. Adjust your feet as needed. Lifting that right leg high to the sky, toe and knee points down in our 3-legged dog. So you're pressing that left heel down, keeping those hips square to the earth. Take another breath. Exhale, bring knee to forehead. Inhale out. Exhale, bring that foot forward in between the hands. Rise, crescent lunge. Our back heel stays lifted, arms go high. Very nice, so you're sinking those hips down. You can drop the knee here if you want a little more support. Press your shoulders down, take a deep inhale. Stay for the exhale. Very nice deep breath. Exhale, twist to the right, arms go to a T. So you're pulling that shoulder blade back, reaching that arm forward. Very nice, still sinking into those hips. Engage your glutes here. And let's start to swing that right arm back, taking nice deep rotations. Moving as fast or as slow as you like here. And then switching directions, start to swim forward. Keep that breath. 1 more. Meeting with those arms nice and wide, water wheel. Keep those arms squeezed. 1 more breath in. Exhale, start to lower that left hand down to the ground. Keep that right arm lifted for revolved side angle. So again, here you can drop that knee to add that support. Pulling that chest open, pressing that left hand down to the ground. Notice if you're shrugging up to your ear. Take 1 more breath in. Exhale to lower that right hand. Slight pivot of the back foot. Rise, warrior 1. Very nice. We're still sinking to those hips, still engaging our glutes. Our full body is active here. Bring those arms out in front of you. We're going to cross that left arm over our right, coming into our eagle arms. So bend those elbows. Either bringing the backs of the hands together, I'll turn the face towards you, or wrapping a little further, bringing your palms. So crossing those arms, backs of the hands or palms are together. Our right leg is forward, our left foot is planted down. Pressing those hands away from your face and your elbows away from your chest here, so opening our back. Take 1 more full breath. Very nice. Slowly unwind, arms go high. Exhale, open wide, warrior 2. Pivot to sink down. Tucking that tailbone, open your hips nice and wide. Inhale. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 more inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Very nice. Inhale, wide. Exhale, right elbow, right knee, left arm goes high, side angle. Open that chest, making sure that right elbow is pressing away. Hand is active. Press that left foot down into the earth here. Breathe into those hips. And taking 1 more full breath. Coming back to warrior 2, arms go wide, inhale. Exhale to windmill those hands down. Drop your back knee and untuck that toe. Coming into a half split, so we're gonna shift our way back, stacking our hips either over that left knee or down to your heel, whatever feels better for you. Foot is flexed, leg is engaged, lengthen the spine, and fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more inhale. And fold. Very nice. Hold here and breathe. 3 more breaths. Last full breath. Pressing back into those palms to rock back forward, bending that left knee. Keep that, or bending the right knee. Left foot stays on the ground. We're going to plant our left hand, bend that back knee, reach around with that right arm for that foot. So maybe today you can reach it, maybe you can't. That's okay. If you have a strap or a towel you would like to bring around your foot, that's an option here. Or maybe you just keep the leg bent and you just keep reaching back. If you have a hold of that foot, try to pull closer to your glute here. Get into that quad stretch here. Taking one more breath. Very nice. Drop that foot back down. Right hand plants, left knee lifts. Take that right foot, send it to the back for plank pose, optional vinyasa, or we will meet in downward facing dog. Move to the flow of your breath here. Two deep breaths. One more. Very nice. Left leg lifts to the sky, toe and knee points down. Keep those hips square. Doesn't matter how high your leg goes. And opening the hips, we want to keep them down right now. Pressing that right heel down. Flex that left foot. Take a breath. Exhale, bring your knee to your forehead. Inhale out. Exhale, bring that foot forward in between the hands. Rise, crescent lunge. Back heel stays lifted. Arms go high. You're shooting energy through those fingertips, pressing your shoulders down. Inhale here. Twist to the left, arms go to a T. Very nice. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. One more, inhale. Exhale to the left and hold. Pull that shoulder back, engage those glutes here. Option to drop that knee. I'm going to start to swim that left arm back. Take nice deep rotations here, moving as fast or as slow as you need. And then switching directions. Keep that right arm shooting forward. Left arm is swimming. One more round. Meeting back in water wheel. Right arm is forward, left arm is back. One more breath in. Exhale, lower that right hand down to the ground. Left arm stays lifted, revolve side angle. See how open can you make your chest? Reaching those fingertips high. One more breath in. Exhale, lower that left hand. We're going to pivot that right foot. Rise, warrior one. Hips drop down. Adjust your foot if you need. We're pressing down on the knife edge of that foot here and pulling those hips forward. Very nice. Coming into our eagle arms. We're going to bring those arms out in front of us. I'll turn to face you for this. This time, our right goes over our left. Bend those elbows. Either the backs of the hands go together or wrapping a little further for your palms. Keep that warrior one stance with your legs. Hands press away, elbows press away. Open up those shoulder blades here. Taking a few more deep breaths. Last one. Very nice. Unwind, reach high, warrior one. Exhale, open wide, warrior two. Pivot to sink down. Open those hips, allow them to release, surrender. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart, really pull them in. Inhale, open wide and lift. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Very nice, inhale, wide. Exhale, left elbow, left knee, right arm goes high, side angle. Keeping that chest open, long line of energy, shooting your right hand high while you're pressing that left elbow down. Breathe into those hips. One more breath. You'll come back to your warrior two, arms go wide, inhale. And exhale to windmill those hands down. Drop your back knee and untuck that toe. We're shifting our way back, coming into our half split, our monkey split here. Foot is flexed, leg is engaged. Pressing up, half lift. And fold. Two more with movement, half lift. And fold. Last one, inhale. And fold. Find your stillness here, 3 more breaths. Last full breath here. Pressing back in those palms, rocking back forward to bend that left knee. We're going to keep that right hand planted. Bend that right knee. Take that left hand and reach to the back. Taking a little twist here while reaching for that foot. Maybe today you can grab it. Pull toward your glutes. Maybe today you can, so you're using a strap or a towel to reach for that foot. Or maybe you're just reaching back. Keep it nice and active here. Find your breath. So pressing that right hand down. Notice if you're shrugging up. One more. Letting go or lowering that foot back down. Left hand plants, right knee lifts. We're going to bring that left foot to the back for plank pose. Optional vinyasa or meet in downward facing dog. Move to the flow of your breath. As fast or slow as you need. We have 2 more. Last one. Walking our hands back towards our feet at the back of the mat. Let the head go heavy and bring those feet as wide as the mat here. We're going to take a nice deep bend to that left knee. Plant your left hand onto the face, bring the right hand to your hip. Take a breath, lengthen. And exhale, twist to your right. Let that hand can stay on the hip or reach up to the sky. You can also bring that hand back behind the back, hooking on your inner left thigh for a half bind. Or if you have a full bind, your chest is feeling open, your hamstrings, your hips, it's all working for you today. You bring that left arm under that left leg, reach for your right hand to pull your chest open. Take a few more breaths here, whichever variation you chose for your body. 2 more. Last breath. Oh, reaching that right arm high. Exhale, lower that right hand down. We're going to keep that left leg bent. Walk those hands over to the right side. So maybe you're reaching for your calf or your shin here, if that's a little easier for you. Or maybe you're reaching for the ground, that block, your pantry item, whatever you have. Let that head go heavy and breathe down the back of that right leg and maybe into that IT band if you're feeling a little tight today. Making sure you're not locking out at that knee. 1 more here. We'll walk those hands back to center, straighten the left leg, give it a little shake. Bend side to side for a moment, loosen up those hammies. And getting ready to switch sides. So our left leg is straight. This time we're taking a nice deep bend to that right knee. Maybe even coming onto the ball of that foot if that feels good for you here. Right hand plants this time underneath the face, so center of the mat. Left hand comes to the hip. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist to your left. Now maybe you reach that left arm high, pulling that shoulder blade back. Maybe you find a half bind, bringing that hand behind the back, hooking on your inner right thigh this time. Or maybe you find a full bind if you're feeling more open today. Bring that right arm onto that right leg. So we're taking an internal rotation of your shoulder to reach that hand back behind you. And taking that left arm behind your back to grab fingers. Pulling that left shoulder blade open here, whichever variation you chose. Take a few more breaths. Last one. Slowly coming out of that bind or half bind if you're in it. Inhale that left arm high. Exhale, lower down. Let's walk those hands over to the left side of the mat. Maybe to your shin or your calf, if that feels better. Maybe to your block or pantry item. Let that head go heavy. Take a few more breaths. Last one. Very nice. Walk those hands back to center. Bend both. Sway side to side. Whatever feels good. Loosen up those hammies. Let your head just hang. Excellent. And before we start to cool down, we're going to come back forward to our downward facing dog. So options here, you can stay in your downward facing dog right here. Breathing, pressing your chest back, getting into those hamstrings. You can also come to your child's pose, dropping those knees. Or our dolphin pose. We're going to open up the shoulders, lower down to the forearms here. Trying to keep those hands and elbows about shoulder width apart. Just like downward facing dog, but on your forearms, you're still wanting to press your chest back. Pressing those heels down. Engage that core, put the pit of belly in and up here. Take a few more breaths. 2 more. Last breath. We're all going to meet in child's pose, so bring those knees out wide. Arms are long in front of us. Rest that forehead down. Take 3 breaths. Last one here. Very nice. We'll start to walk our hands back towards our knees and slowly start to roll up. Going nice and slow so we don't get a head rush here. I'm going to give a few options for play before we go to cool down. A dolphin was part of a strength builder warm-up for one of them. We're going to play with some inversions before we cool down. So I'm going to give 2 options for headstand to just play with. I find it easier to practice at home. You feel more comfortable sometimes. You're not going to fall, on a neighbor, or maybe just fall in a class in general. You feel a little nervous. There's also that option to use a wall if you would like. I invite you to try not using a wall first. I mean, you're going to roll onto your back and then get back up and try again. It doesn't hurt. You're right there. So sometimes we use a wall as a crutch. So I invite you to try it without first. The first variation of headstand I'm going to show you is supported. It is my favorite just because it's a little bit easier on your head, neck, and spine. In my opinion, you may choose the other variation. So for that, you're going to want to interlace those fingers out in front of you like this. We're going to bring those hands down to the floor and elbows about shoulder width apart. Bring that head right in front of your hands. So you're kind of cupping your head here. Press those elbows down into the mat, so you're pressing your shoulders away from the ears, and lift up onto those tippy toes. Now here, you're going to start to inch those toes closer to your body, trying to stack those hips over your shoulders. Now eventually, your feet should just lift. Right now, maybe you're feeling like you have to kick up. That's okay to try, but you want to build that core strength to just be able to lift those feet. And it will come with time, I promise, especially if you keep working on this. Maybe just bring your knees into your chest to start. You can also face away from the wall and walk those feet up to in the shape of an L, or kick your feet up to the wall if you prefer it that way. You feel better about not falling backwards. The other option I will give you is a tripod headstand. This one's fun to get into with a wide-legged forward fold. So I'll just show you that way. If you ever come into yoga class and they invite you to do that in your practice, now you'll know how to do it. So in our wide-legged forward fold, hands are down on the floor. So you're going to slowly lower the crown of the head to the mat. Kind of back up a little. Hands again are about shoulder width apart here. Inching those feet a little closer in. You're going to bring your knees to your triceps here. So you're pressing those hands down, still being nice and active here. Now maybe you stay here, you're feeling comfortable, you're not quite ready to lift, or maybe you are. I invite you to start by just bringing your knees into your chest. So I'm going to turn so you can face. Knees into the chest, hips just stay lifted here. Core is engaged, press those palms down. Or maybe you try lifting one leg at a time. And maybe you fall backwards. That's okay. It's a little scary the first few times you do it, maybe the 100th time you do it. But eventually you feel more comfortable being upside down, holding your legs a little bit longer, to the point where you never want to come down. I'll give you a few more moments, maybe another minute of playing around, seeing which one maybe you prefer, maybe you already know, and you just want to try and hold a little bit longer, use the wall, whatever you want. Maybe you put a pillow behind you if you feel more comfortable falling onto that. Like I said, I like supported headstand, the one like this, because it's a lot of pressure on the crown of my head for a tripod headstand. So think about 10 more breaths of play. See what feels good. See how long you can hold, maybe. Maybe, if you're feeling more confident, you can start playing with those legs, making fun little movements, practicing toe tapping, working on that core, working on those glutes. When you are finished, we'll just meet in a child's pose. Let's take about 5 more breaths. Two more breaths of play. And last full breath. When you are ready, all meeting in child's pose, melting your chest down, getting ready to make our way onto our backs. So inching forward to those forearms, I'm going to move my pillow, cross those ankles and press through to easy seat. We're going to bring those feet in front and inch closer to the front of your mat if you're at the back. We are going to come into fish pose to kind of counteract that inversion that we took on the crown of our head. We're going to open our chest, open our throat. So here, I like to start with my knees bent. It's a little bit easier. So you're going to come down to your forearms here. Leaning back just like you would if you're hanging out anywhere. Start to straighten those legs. You want to start to press those elbows down, lift your chest. Maybe you need to inch your elbows down a little bit further. And start to bring the crown of the head to the mat. So you're pressing your elbows down, lifting your heart. If you'd rather place a pillow or a block underneath your shoulder blades here, that's an option. It makes it a little more restorative. Let's take 2 more breaths. Last one. Very nice. Press back into those elbows, lift your head, come onto your back. I know fish pose is a little bit awkward, but it's great to counteract that inversion that we've done. But bring that right knee into the chest, give yourself a nice tight squeeze, and shake that knee left to right. Rock that knee, yes. Now take a breath, the knee out wide. Exhale, cross that knee over your left side body, taking a twist here. So knee drops and then bring that right arm out to the side. So you want to keep those shoulders here on the earth. Or maybe you bend that arm for cactus arms if that feels better. You can also use that left hand to assist the knee down a little further, or if you would like support, bring that left knee up to meet your right. Bring a pillow or your block, whatever you have underneath the knee. Close the eyes here and just breathe. You're not straining to press that knee to the floor. It's okay if it doesn't touch. The face soften. Let your shoulders soften. The core and the glutes. Take 2 more breaths. Very nice. Slowly come back onto our back. Keep that right knee into the chest. Rock it left to right. Now straightening that right leg all the way down. We're going to switch sides. So left knee comes into the chest. Rock that knee left to right. Get a little movement in those hips. Take a breath, knee out wide. Exhale, bring your left knee over the right side body. Left arm goes out to the side. Arm is long or bend your elbow, but keep those shoulders down. You don't want to be laying on that side. It's doing nothing for your spine here. So open up your chest. Let that knee lift if you need. Maybe bring that right knee up to meet it. Or maybe you use that block or a pillow. Close the eyes, go soft. Find your stillness here. Take a few more breaths. Last one. Slowly come back onto our back. Knee goes left to right here. Very nice. So bring that right knee up to meet the left. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, send those feet to the sky. Well, maybe bring those arms along with them, hanging heavy for your sleepy tiger. Now those legs do not have to be straight. In fact, I find that uncomfortable. I don't know about you. There can be a nice juicy bend to those knees, just hanging heavy. You can lift your hips slightly, bringing your hands or a block to the lower back for a supported shoulder stand. I personally prefer this with a block. It makes it a little uncomfortable for my elbows. But you can find full shoulder stand, lifting those hips a little higher, or maybe you want to play with that headstand that we did earlier, a tripod or supported. But keep those feet above the heart. Keep the gaze at the toes. We don't want to be rocking our heads side to side, causing any strain on our neck and spine here. With plow poses in your practice as well, and you took full shoulder stand, you can bring your feet back behind your head. Knees to the forehead or knees outside by your ears. We'll take about 5 more breaths. Cleansing your body, filling your soul. Really feel that breath here. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Option to spend a little more time here in your inversion if you're not ready to come down. If you are, slowly starting to lower the hips and feet down to the earth. If there's a pose that we did not get to or you would like more of here and now, you can bring it here now, yogis. Your choice. Will take about 10 breaths of yogi free time. So if that means you want more twists on your spine, you want more heart openers, you want to work your core, you want to work your glutes, whatever it is, this is your practice, your time. So use it the best way that you know how. About 5 more breaths. Last full breath. Making sure you've completed both sides or any counter poses. Taking more time if you need. But when you are ready, we will meet in our Shavasana. Or maybe today that's on your back, taking a nice starfish pose, hanging heavy. Or maybe you're laying on your side with a pillow under the head. Or on your belly. Take a moment to really settle in, find your space that feels best for you here and now. And once you've found it, allow the body to go heavy, to let go, to release what is no longer serving you, that we are holding on so tight. Taking a deep breath in and release. Taking a few moments here, and when it is time, I will bring you back. Now slowly starting to bring ourselves back. Deepening your breath. Bringing little movements into your fingertips and your toes. Rolling out the wrists and your ankles. And slowly rocking your head from side to side. On an inhale, when you're ready, stretching your arms up overhead like you just woke up, nice and long. And exhaling those knees into your chest. Rocking to whichever side calls to you, finding your fetal position using your arm or a pillow under your head. Taking just another moment of stillness before we go out into the rest of our day. And we invite you, yogis, to use maybe this practice or this rainy day outside to cleanse your body, your soul, your thoughts, your week. A fresh start. A clear mind, a peaceful mind. A loving heart for yourself and others you encounter. An awareness in your entire body, mind, and breath. When you are ready, we will slowly press up into a nice, easy seated position, bringing our hands to heart center, and our eyes are closed. Taking one final deep breath in. Let it go. I thank you, yogis, for sharing in your practice and your journeys with me. The Light Me truly honors, respects, supports, and loves the light in each and every one of you. When you're within that place within you, and I'm within that place within me, we are one. Bring your hands to our forehead for clear thoughts. Hands to our mouths for kind words. And hands to our heart for good intentions. Until we meet again, namaste.